Hey, so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you as well. I can't believe we've gone this long
I can't believe it either.
without doing this.
Jenna Ortega has become one of Hollywood's fastest rising stars, especially after Wednesday turned her into a global phenomenon. But what a lot of people don't realize is that her career didn't just start there. She has actually been acting since she was a kid, stacking up a bunch of fascinating roles that show how versatile and fearless she's always been. So let's take a deep dive into 10 surprising Jenna Ortega roles you probably never knew about, because her filmography is way more interesting than most people think. 1. She played a young version of one of her favorite actors. Long before she was making waves as Wednesday Addams, Jenna Ortega appeared in Jane the Virgin, where she played the younger version of Jane Villanueva, the show's main character. She was only around 12 at the time, portraying a young Jane in flashbacks, while Jenna Rodriguez played the adult version. What made this role even more special for Jenna was that Jenna wasn't just her co-star, she was one of her biggest inspirations. In interviews, Jenna has mentioned that Jenna Rodriguez was one of the sweetest people she's ever met, and that working with her felt like being mentored on set. Jenna would often share advice and life lessons between takes, which clearly made a lasting impression on Jenna as a young actress, still figuring out her place in the industry. It's kind of poetic that one of her earliest major roles involved playing a younger version of someone she admired, because that same sense of grounded authenticity has carried through so many of her later performances. 2. She was in Iron Man 3. Here's one that catches almost everyone by surprise. Jenna Ortega was actually in Iron Man 3. That's right, before she became a household name, she had a blink and you'll miss it role in one of Marvel's biggest franchises. At just 11 years old, she played the daughter of Vice President Rodriguez, who teams up with the villain Aldrich Killian in exchange for a promise to cure his daughter's disability. Even though it was a small role, it's wild to think she was part of the MCU at such a young age. She joins a small club of now famous actors who had minor Marvel parts before becoming stars, people like Kate Mara and Jenna Coleman. It's kind of early credit that proves how long Jenna's been quietly building her resume, one unexpected cameo at a time. 3. Her first gig was a toothpaste commercial. Like many child actors, Jenna's first step into show business wasn't exactly glamorous. During her Saturday Night Live hosting gig in 2023, she revealed that her very first acting job was in a toothpaste commercial when she was only 9. That simple gig was her introduction to the world of cameras, lines, and takes, and it clearly lit a spark. From there, she started landing small roles on TV, first appearing in shows Rob and CSI New York in 2012. A few years later, she made her film debut in Afterwards, though that one didn't hit theaters until 2015. It's funny to look back now considering how far she's come since brushing her way into Hollywood. 4. She was a Disney star. Before she became the face of darker, edgier roles, Jenna Ortega was a full-fledged Disney kid. She starred in the family sitcom Stuck in the Middle, where she played Harley Diaz, the clever middle child in a big chaotic family. The show ran from 2016 to 2018 and gave her the chance to show off her comedic timing and charisma. Stuck in the Middle was also one of those shows that quietly built a young fanbase that would later follow her into her more mature projects. It's easy to forget that many of today's biggest stars, from Zendaya to Miley Cyrus, started out in similar Disney comedies, learning how to perform under the spotlight. For Jenna, it was a huge stepping stone that helped her transition from commercials and big parts into leading roles. 5. She voiced a Disney princess. Kind of. Jenna also made her mark in animation by voicing Princess Isabel in Elena of Avalor, Disney's first ever Latina princess series. From 2016 to 2020, she brought Isabel to life, playing the clever and inventive younger sister of Princess Elena. The show was a major milestone for Disney because it celebrated Latin American culture, weaving in music, folklore, and traditions that weren't often represented in mainstream animation. For Jenna, this role was meaningful on a personal level because it allowed her to be part of something that represented her heritage. It also helped her sharpen her voice acting skills, something she'd continue to use in later projects. Plus, being part of a show that broke cultural ground made it one of the most significant roles of her early career. 6. She lent her voice to Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. In 2020, Jenna took another animated role, this time in the Jurassic Park franchise. She voiced Brooklyn, a pink-haired vlogger and one of the main campers in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. The Netflix series follows a group of kids who win a once-in-a-lifetime trip to an adventure camp on Isla Nublar, only for everything to go horribly wrong when the dinosaurs escape. Brooklyn was fearless, curious, and a bit of a rule breaker, which made her a perfect fit for Jenna's growing reputation for playing bold, headstrong characters. The show ran for 5 seasons and was praised for its surprisingly emotional storytelling and solid voice performances. Even though it was aimed at younger audiences, Camp Cretaceous had enough tension and heart to appeal to older fans too. Jenna's performance helped anchor that balance, proving once again that even her voice roles carried real depth. 7. She joined the world of Big City Greens. Another fun animated role Jenna took on was in Disney's quirky hit Big City Greens. She voiced Gabriela Espinosa, a free-spirited city girl who becomes close friends and at one point a love interest to the show's main character, Cricket Green. Their friendship and later romance added a sweet emotional touch to the otherwise goofy, energetic show. Jenna voiced Gabriella for several seasons until 2023 when she had to step away because of her growing film schedule. Her character was then recast, but fans still remember her distinct charm and chemistry with the rest of the cast. Big City Greens was known for its offbeat humor and heartwarming stories, and Jenna's presence only made it more memorable. 8. She starred in The Fallout and blew audiences away. One of Jenna's most powerful performances came in 2021 with The Fallout, a quiet but devastating drama about a high school girl named Veda who survives a school shooting. The film follows her emotional journey as she struggles with grief, trauma, and the search for healing in the aftermath. It's a raw, intimate story that avoids cliches and focuses on the inner life of its main character. Jenna's performance was widely praised for its authenticity and restraint. She captured the numbness and confusion of trauma without ever feeling performative. Critics described The Fallout as empathetic and well-acted, and many singled out Jenna as one of the most promising young talents in Hollywood. The film also marked a turning point for her career. After The Fallout, it became clear she wasn't just a Disney kid or a supporting player, she was a leading actress capable of carrying emotionally heavy material. It's no surprise that the roles like Scream and Wednesday followed soon after. 9. Her movie Afterwards was actually her first film. Although Afterwards wasn't released until 2015, it was technically the first movie Jenna ever filmed. It starred Marcia Gay Harden as a librarian who travels to Costa Rica after losing her job, and Jenna played the local girl who helps her reconnect with life and purpose. The movie itself flew under the radar, but it was an important early experience for her. It was also the first time she worked closely on a feature-length set, learning how movies are shot and what it takes to build a character over a longer story arc. Even if most people haven't seen it, Afterwards helped set the foundation for her later success. 10. From child star to Hollywood powerhouse. Looking back, it's pretty wild how many corners of the entertainment world Jenna Ortega has touched. Sitcoms, superhero movies, animation, serious drama, and everything in between. She's been building this career brick by brick when she was 9 years old, and every small role taught her something new. Even though she's now best known for Wednesday and her roles in horror films like Scream and X, these earlier projects show that her talent was there all along. What makes her so compelling as an actress is that she never phones it in. Whether she's voicing a cartoon character or leading a serious indie film, she gives each performance the same intensity and honesty. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.